last conversation here, we spent some time really talking about your experience as a patient. And, I thought it would be great to have you back on the show where we can just discuss your other role, which is around patient advocacy, and really just understand what that really is and some of the things that you're currently doing within the community.
Well, thanks. I'll talk a little bit about being a patient during this time, as well as being a patient advocate during this time. So, as a patient, sometimes I've been experienced in a lot of learning about medical research and how different disease states are treated. I feel like I've been primed for this pandemic because being diagnosed in 2001, I've been practicing many of the techniques that we've been learning about over the past 3 or so months.
So, what are some of the challenges for the immunodeficiency patient community as a whole, and not necessarily as it relates to COVID-19, but really wanting to understand as a patient advocate from your perspective, what are some of the challenges that you see for the immunodeficiency patient community?
Mason, I see two, and I'll point each of these out, and they're two different situations and challenges that the patient community faces very broadly, although each individual faces unique challenges to their personal diagnosis. The first one is having others, including their immediate family member, their extended family members, their friends, their colleagues, understand that living with an immune deficiency is not a one-time acute illness. It's a lifelong condition that requires a commitment to long-term medical therapy.
With those challenges, one of the things that really stand out to me on what you said is essentially knowing that you actually have an immune deficiency, right? So getting diagnosed is really critical to truly understanding and getting the right and proper care. So that really leads me to to ask, like, what should a person do if they believe they may have an immune deficiency?
So let me first start off with what is an immune deficiency, going back a little bit. So, an immune deficiency is a failure of the immune system to protect the body adequately from an infection due to the absence of some part of one's complex immune system. A primary immune deficiency, in my case, and what I live with, is usually inherited or caused by a problem in the genes of the cells of the immune system.
Understand that even when this is done, there's still work that needs to be done. There's still support that needs to be given to these patients so they can continue receiving their medications.
To listen to the full episode plus more, go to whattheplasma.life or anywhere streaming podcasts. Search for What the Plasma. While you're there, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to join the iPlasma Life community on your favorite social media platforms.